Lucky I'm not next to you. I would have backhanded you so hard. You would have felt Jesus. Where's Steven Guerrero? Is he here right now? Steven Guerrero? He left? Oh. Well, anyways, shout out to Steven Guerrero. Because when I was 15 years old and I went to this place called Christ Fellowship, his mom came up to me and said, you know what? God told me to pay for your retreat. And it was the year 2004. I was like, what? I was so ghetto, man. I was like, yo, this girl bugging. Like, what? She gonna pay for my retreat? All right. Say no more. I was like, I was so stupid. I was like, that's what's up. So then she paid for my retreat completely, like 100%. All I had to do was show up with my maleta and I was good. So then I went and I got my suitcase and I went to the retreat and stuff like that. And I said, look, I'm going to play basketball. I'm going to bag me some shorties. I'm really going to chill and just relax and come back home and just do what I got to do. But the same thing I always say every single time I speak about my testimony in that retreat 2004. Instead of bagging girls, the Lord bagged me. I got bagged, man. Because I was a kid who, throughout my life, I wanted to be something better. I was an adrenaline rush fiend. I was fiending for adrenaline rush. And as a little kid, like 10, like 11, 10, I used to ring doorbells and run because I just needed that adrenaline rush. But as I grew up, I started sticking up kids because I needed that adrenaline rush. I started, I started going with my cousin's car and forcing her to drive like 100 miles per hour because I was fiending for that adrenaline rush. And then at that retreat, they told me that I was chosen to live this life full of adrenaline rush. That I was chosen to live this life where I would be moving in God's spirit, moving in God's love, and that I would be changing the world forever. It sounded good. I was sitting in the back just like a couple of you guys back there. I was like, man, that sounds dope, man. But then near the end of Saturday night, the preacher started preaching. He started saying, the Spirit of God is calling you. He's calling you right now to come and make that choice today if you're going to accept being chosen for me. And at that moment, my heart started to feel weird. I go, yo, what the heck? I started feeling this crazy feeling. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? I still look at him or whatever. I was like, yo, bro, I feel this crazy feeling in my heart. Like, my heart started to pump. I felt like, that feeling when you're about to go see your crush? That feeling like if you're excited, you're like nervous, you're like, oh man, I'm anxious. I started feeling that. And have any of you guys felt that this weekend? Just raise your hand. So we got a couple of you guys. That's what's up. You know what that feeling was? That was the Holy Spirit. That was God himself, the one who created the heavens and the earth, calling my name saying, hey, Stu, I want you. Hey, Stu, I want you to go. By the time I was Zeus. Zeus, I want you to come up. Zeus, I want you to come and accept me. And then everything I love, I got up. And then my heart started pumping even more. But I didn't go to the front yet. I didn't go to the front. Worship started. And shout out to Jonathan Boyd. His father was singing the worship song. He was the stage. Mind you, I was back there. He was singing the worship song. And I was in the back and I was talking to God. I was like, God, I feel this in my heart. I don't know what it is. If it's you, if it's truly you, Lord, and you really want me, show me a sign. Show me something. On everything I love, Harold, let go of the mic. He got off the stage and he walked up to me and he says, God wanted me to tell you that he is real and that he wants to choose you. Bruh, I went like this. Yeah. I started crying so hard, but I felt such a I felt like you watch the superhero shows and before they were normal humans, but then something happened and they became like Super Saiyan. I felt that. I felt like I was becoming Super Saiyan. And that road right there? When you guys leave that little tiny sidewalk that you walk from like there. Oh, that was me. That was me 2005. Mad ghetto. Wearing bandanas. What's wrong with me? But anyways. Alright, but anyways. You know that road, that little sidewalk next to the swings and stuff like that? After that session, I was so high off God. One of the best highs I've ever had in my life, by the way. A high that ever since that day, I've still been high since 2004. Like, that's some good stuff. And that's the Holy Spirit. So anyways, I was walking and stuff like that, and I walked ahead of my friends. Because I was really just like in awe of who God was. And it was dark, and you know, we're not in Elizabeth, so the skies actually look clean and beautiful. And I looked up to the skies, and I don't know if it was my brain going crazy, but the sky with the stars, it was like extra stars, and it was just beautiful. And it was like the glory of God. And I told God, God, I know you're real now. And from this moment on in my life, I'm going to do anything you tell me to do. Anything you ask for, I'm going to do it. I came home that day. A lot of my friends, they came home from that retreat too after experiencing something great. But they went back to the old life. But me, I was so souped up. I said to myself, yo, I got to do something big. I need to go east and I need to go west for God. I need to do something. Because I can't just be normal. You know what I'm saying? So me being a ghetto kid, bandana, gang banging, this, that, and the third, I said to myself, what am I going to do for Jesus? I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a gang. I'm going to start a gang. And the gang was called Bang Bang Jesus Gang. Yeah. I'm serious. I went to Jefferson. Shout out to Jefferson. Yo! I mean, we used to play best beats. Yo! I mean, but anyway, Jefferson. And I was like, I'm going to start a gang called Bang Bang Jesus Gang. And it started off with me going up to a couple people. I was like, hey, yo. You believe in Jesus? And they was like, I don't know. I was like, well, you better get down, lay down. And then it was like, all right, how do I get down? I was like, all you have to do is repeat after me. I accept Jesus in my life. It was like, all right, I accept Jesus in my life. Yeah, word up. We started doing handshakes and stuff like that. Yo, I think in a week span, I probably got like 30 people in Jeff down. And then those 30 people in Jeff started going to the other houses and getting other people down. And I remember after school, except for going home, I used to always go chill outside and, you know, chill, relax with my boys or whatever, and wait for fights, because I used to love seeing fights. You know how that is in Elizabeth High School. So, I remember walking up to Dwyer's house, and some kid came up and said, yo, I'm Bang Bang Jesus Gang. I was like, what? I was doing handshakes and stuff like that, and it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was doing something big for God. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was doing something huge, you know? And I remember me and Raul, shout out to Joey, he was one of the OGs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rob, Bang Bang Jesus Gang OG. We went to a big party in Broad Street. It was a big party. It was like my boys, they rented out the whole hall, and it was like a big party. Like, it was probably about like 50, 20 people there. And we over there chilling, I mean. 50, 20 people? For high school kids, that's huge. You know what I mean? Really setting me up. So anyways, right? I was at, so let me finish the story because I don't got that much time left. You know, I started going and we was over at, we started going to the parties, stuff like that. You know how the parties are, everybody chilling, dancing. At that time, club music was really big, so people was dancing. And, you know, everybody came. There was Crips, there were Bloods, there were LOX, there was Dipset, there was a bunch of Latin Kings. And throughout the party, everybody was just stacking up and stuff like that and taking pictures, throwing up gang signs. And something came over me and Raul's heart. That feeling that I was telling you about, where I felt like that heart, it came over me out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yo, this is crazy. What are we going to do? At that party, they was passing out a microphone. They was getting shout-outs. Yo, shout-outs to other West. You know what I mean? Popping, yeah. So then me and Raul said, yo, we're going to get in that mic and we're going to shout out Bang Bang Jesus Gang. Because, you know, I felt like God was telling me to do something. And when I felt that feeling, and I told God earlier when I first found God, no matter whenever I feel that feeling, yo, I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do. I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do. And I felt that, and I knew that's what God wanted us to do. Anyway, we go up in line, and everything's like, hey, yo, shout out to Bang Bang Jesus Gang. You know what I mean? Carl was in the mic. He was doing all the MC stuff. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, shout out to BYMC, he died on the cross for you, blah, 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 blah. Yo, everybody started throwing up bloods, trips, everybody started throwing up BYMC gang stuff. But what's funny and ironic is that girls are getting rides like this. I was like, no way. And then guys are getting rides like, yeah, BYMC gang, right up. It was crazy. But, you know, I was better. I was young, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. All I knew that Jesus wanted me to live this adventure. And whenever he calls my name, my duty was to fulfill it. I was 15 years old. Shout out to 15-year-olds, raise your hand. I was doing that when I was your age. You hear me? I was doing that when I was your age. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? What cool story do you have?